Miss Ollie White. She is the founder of Beauty Beginning Elementary School. And also we'll be looking at the teacher training program that she has initiated. You know, by way of information, Miss Ollie White is a former Miss Liberia. I am Hillary Kono. School days on ECOWAS radio from the Liberian capital, Monrovia. Like I said today on the program, we'll be talking to Miss Ollie White. She is the founder of Beauty Beginning Elementary School. She will tell us about the school, and then they have an upcoming swimming program, that is a swimming clinic in Liberia. Some international guests will also be joining them. But let us hear from you again. I remember some time back, you were here on the program. We asked you about the establishment, what led to the establishment of this institution, you the founder, Beauty Beginning Elementary School.
Thank you, Mr. Kuhn. And thank you for the opportunity you have given us again to be able to talk about what we do. Beautiful Beginning School was founded in 2007, and as a result of wanting to teach children how to read.
Okay.
So that's why it was founded. So I got the training, and then when I returned from school, I decided that it was an emergency for children to learn how to read, because the way we have been doing reading in the past was not really helping children to read. So that's why it was founded. And so we are elementary. This year we've been in existence for close to 17 years. This year we have extended the school by 1 year to 7th grade. So that's where we want to stop this year. And then every year we're going to add like a class.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is the enrollment?
The enrollment has been encouraging. So when we started Beautiful Beginnings in 2007, we only had 35 children, and I actually, between 35 to 50 children, and I actually still have the picture of those students that we had. And I mean, because of the reading program and how children were doing so well, the enrollment increased by three times in the following year. So the following year we had about 150 children, and since then we haven't been able to get space for children. Our focus is on the low-income community. So we put our school within the market community, so that market mothers and fathers can bring their children to school at early age, so they start right on time for school, following the Ministry of Education procedures for enrollment, one of the requirements.
Okay, I'm sure you have formed part of the national exam for 10th graders.
Yes. So our students took national exam. I think the 3rd graders took the exams last year. I think it was the first time. But the 6th grader they have been taking exams, and they have been doing quite well in the exams. They continue to do well. Our children who leave Beautiful Beginning School and go to other schools, in 7th grade, they continue to do well. I think this year, our first graduates are going to be leaving college.
Okay.
Most of them are, not most of them, but quite a few of them are leaving college this year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which is exciting.
Okay. Let us talk about the upcoming program, the swimming program, the swimming clinic. But first, let me hear from you. It sounds strange when someone talk about
the swim clinic.
Yeah, having a swim clinic or a swimming program in Liberia. So tell her how it started.
Yeah, so we have a long history, and I hope we have time for it, but it started with this man named Dana Taylor. He's an American, and he went to the same school that I graduated from in the States, Gordon College, and he found my story that Gordon College has shared, and so he became interested. He is a very excellent soccer coach in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he also identifies talents. He scouts for talents And so when he read my story, he decided that he would like to liaise with me. So he contacted me in Liberia and then put me in touch with another Liberian soccer star who he was also in touch with, Toko Wisa. I think you know Toko Wisa. Yeah, so he put me.
Toko Wisa is now the technical director at the
Yes, that was
former
exciting.
Player, he used to play in the LFA League for my professionals.
Yeah, so he put me in touch with Toko Wisa, and then we started to talk. The thing is, Dana wanted to see how we could utilize or we could merge sports and education for greater learning outcome.
Okay.
So, and I saw that as a perfect opportunity because we know that we have different intelligences in the classroom, and all of the children in the classroom do not learn the same way. And for some people, their bodily kinesthetic intelligence, they're stronger than the verbal linguistic intelligence. So, like those who are verbal linguistic, they will be journalists and stuff like that. And those who are bodily kinesthetic, they will be soccer player or something like that. However, they need all these other intelligences to be able to help them be successful in what they are actually good at. So how do we merge sports and education for better increase in learning outcomes for the children? And that's what Dana was thinking about. So he put me in touch with Oko, and then he also went and found some of his friends, Dave Arby, who is, they call them Level A or Class A coach.
Yeah.
You've met Dave,
yeah. They have Class A, Class B,
so
A certificate, B certificate, C certificate.
For David Arby, he's Class A, coach. So he put me in touch with David Arby. David Arby found his friends, and he put me in touch with Roberta.
Okay.
Roberta Reed. Yes. So that's how I started. So if I just start right with the swim camp or the swim clinic, then I'm going to be excluding all of these people who actually made this possible. So David Arby put me in touch with his friend Roberta Reed and her husband. Roberta Reed is a retired education specialist.
Okay.
But for 5 years, she led the Colorado Learning Forward group. It's a big program for professional learners in America and for educators in America. And for 5 years, she led that. So she's an education specialist, retired, and a teacher, coach, and mentor. Currently, we both of us have launched what we call professional learning, but cross-cultural professional learning for teachers in Liberia and in America. So now they meet on this platform and they continue to support each other on this platform. Roberta Reed's husband is a trauma counselor.
Okay.
And so Roberta Reed, Dave, and Roy, Roberta's husband, they came to Liberia the first time. I think Roy came the first, not Roy, but Dave came the first time. And then the second time, Roberta joined him and Roy to walk in our steps to actually understand the context before launching in. And after that, they defined what they would like to do.
Yeah.
Yes, and so we started this big program with soccer and education. So Search Soccer Liberia is formed and headed by Amos Gayflow. And then I'm with the education portion component of that. So when they went back home, one of their friends was traveling. This person who's coming now, Todd, he was traveling to Africa, to West Africa, and they said, if you have some time, pass through Liberia and see Beautiful Beginnings, because they have been talking about our work. So he said, pass by and see Beautiful Beginnings School. So he said, okay, he would try. So he made the trip, and he came. And when he got on the campus, what he saw, he got on the campus, I think it was in January, late January or so. and he saw the black cloth. As the children came out to meet him, he saw the black cloth. You know how when somebody passes, we put black cloth? So he wanted to know, and the children said, oh, during the Christmas break, one of our friends, our schoolmate, went to swim, and he got drowned. So, like 12 years old, I think, and he was also graduating that year, like he was in the 6th grade.
This way, okay.
So, you know, he felt very broken, and he talked to the children and everything. Lo and behold, his daughter is a swim champ.
In the States?
In the state of California, yes. So he said, you know, would you be interested in learning to swim? And so the children were interested, and they said, yes, oh, yes. So we just thought it was just some, you know, conversation. But then after that, we saw that, after he left, we saw the next time Todd getting in touch with us and making all the arrangements to come and to work with his children and for his daughter to teach them to swim. So they came last year and conducted the first swim camp. And it was so successful.
Okay.
When they went, yes. I think we had about 25 children. And so when they went back, they talked about it. They took the pictures and everything, and they talked about it. And then more people started to get interested in
So those children that participated at the end of the program, they were given certificates?
They were all certificated.
Okay.
So yes, the program, it was for 1 week. It was a swim clinic for 1 week. But, you know, the pool is, I don't know, I think the pool is 6 feet deep? I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but they have the shallow side, and then they have the deep side. Before the end of the week, some of the children were already swimming across the pool. Yeah, and I was so frightened. I was standing there, so frightened. But this swim champ was a Natalie. She was standing there watching the children and then guiding them. And this child just swam straight across the pool. Yeah, and they were not afraid to go under, and they had learned some of the different strokes for swimming. And so in this year, they are coming back, and a lot of people are rallying for the swim camp, the swim clinic. What is happening is Swim Liberia has been established in America and registered in America as an NGO.
So how can a child become part of this program?
They register, and then they join the swim clinic.
Okay.
Because all those who participated last year, we want them to come back this year, so they continue to build off what they learned last year. So you register and then you become a part of it. So we have students from other schools coming to the swim clinic. Also, we have one more person coming. So there are about 4. So we have another person coming called John Lechin, and he
Swimming specialist?
Yeah, they call him a master swim coach, master level.
So 4 professionals.
Yes, master level swim coach. And I want to say a few things. He completed the first ever U.S. national 25K championship in 2008. And he also crossed the Strait of Gibraltar. He crossed, the Strait of Gibraltar, you know, like he swims in open waters. Yeah, he mastered, that's his area, swimming in open waters. And since he was a small child, he was a swim champ he was a competitive swimmer from a small child, an active swimmer right now. And so with this man coming to Liberia, I don't want it to be limited to just the children. I want those
to the clinic.
Right. I want those who are also competitive swimmer, but they haven't gotten any.
If there is a Liberia swimming association whatsoever,
yeah, you know,
form part of this
arrangement. They can form part of this arrangement because this is growing in America. In the state of California, it is really growing to where Todd is. It is really growing, and you know. And so it will be a missed opportunity if someone is a competitive swimmer in Liberia and they don't take advantage of John. Yeah, to come and then learn a few things. Not only that, there is an opportunity that I don't want to speak on now and on air, but the people have to be here and the competitive swimmer have to be present so that Todd himself can tell them. I can't say that because I just want people to show up, those who are actually passionate about swimming and doing this as a career, like soccer. So that's where it is right now. And so we have one person already on the way, and the other people will be on the way by Saturday.
Are there lessons learned from the last edition?
Yeah, we learned a lot. We learned a lot about, about safety issues from during swim camp. We learned a lot about working with different entities, like bringing the two groups together. We learned a lot of lessons from there. Some of the things we learned, sometimes some families do not value these things. They do not think it is important until their children get caught in a situation, and so parents are now being more open to allowing their children to come. When we started, we only worked with girls because it was just Natalie alone. But because of the lessons that we learned, boys and girls are getting drowned, and boys are more prone to this because they are more adventurous than girls. So we
girls still need to be encouraged.
Yes, the girls and the boys, they all need to be encouraged. So these are some of the lessons that we have learned, and it is expensive. And it is expensive, and so, but there is a way for us to begin to think.
Because I wanted to ask, the trainers are coming.
Mm-hmm. It is expensive.
Putting the bills.
It is expensive. So the first time we had to, the trainers came in, and we had to take some of the costs. But the trainers took care of the hotel, where the girls were swimming and everything. And this time around, so we saw how expensive it was. So now we had to budget properly to see everything through and through. And so we were able to, the trainers in the U.S., our partners in the U.S. were able to raise some funds to be able to help. So yes, but then it's not altogether free. But if people show up and they say this is what we can afford, then we'll see how we can meet them halfway, so that people can own
tomorrow, save lives.
Right, not only that, but they can own the program, and they can own their own learning. And so this is what these are some of the things that we have learned. So yeah, so we do have some financial aid for those who will qualify, and we want people not to be so afraid of the cost and not come. I will not necessarily say the cost on the radio, but I would like for them to call, and I will tell them what the cost is.
So can you just call the number?
Yes, you can call 0776 919 067. There's a second number on the Facebook page, if I can just remember.
If I can just call the other number.
Okay, this
again,
number.
While you look.
0776 919 067. Please call that number if you are a competitive swimmer. We need you to take advantage of this opportunity. We need you to participate in the clinic. The clinic is going to be done. So we have different schedule. If you call us, we can schedule you for the evening hours before 8. So we have swim clinic in the evening for students who are still in school, so they can come 5 o'clock. And also the competitive swimmers can also come at 5. And the other number is 0771 43925. 0771 43925. When you call, just say swim, because I'm working on different activities. So when you call, just say swim, and then we'll start talking about swim.
So what is your anticipation in terms of those you expect to participate? Talking about 100 or 50?
I don't know if we're going to reach 100, but I know we have 50 children that have pre-registered already. And we also have some other children. We have been receiving calls from other people registering the children. So we are anticipating maybe another 10 or 15 children from around Monrovia. So, yeah, but as we sit right now, we have 50 children who have already pre-registered. And these 50 children are going to be camped somewhere. So for the camping session, those who are camping are going to pay a little bit more. But if you're able to bring your child at the swim
how long will the camp last?
It's for 5 days.
5 days.
Yes. The last time when we started, people were like, "Will 5 days be enough?" And we saw that 5 days actually made an impact. First of all, you took away the fear from the children. Second, the children learned the different strokes. Third, they were able to swim across, the pool. So we know another 5 days with those same children will make a deeper dent.
Okay. Yeah. School days on ECOWAS Radio from the Liberian capital, Monrovia. Today we're in conversation with Miss Ollie White. She's the founder of Beauty Beginning Elementary School, and we're discussing the upcoming swimming program, that is a swimming clinic or training program. To have some international trainers coming to form part of this program. If you want to be part of the program, call us on 07790000691. Again, call us on 07790000691. Okay, let me also find out from you concerning the swimming program. Like the question I asked concerning how many children are you anticipating? In case the Swimming Association of Liberia, like you have given the numbers and they contact you and want to be fully part of this program, this unique program.
I will be very, very, very happy because this thing it is not about me. It's about giving opportunities to the Liberian children, to Liberian people. I cannot swim. I was standing by that swimming pool and watching those children do that thing. I cannot swim, but it doesn't mean that I can't allow other people who can do it participate. So it'll be a great opportunity for us if we can get the Ministry of Youth and Sports interested, because Swim Liberia is thinking about how the program can be sustained, the sustainability plan. There are people in the States, in the U.S., a lot of colleges that want to have students, come over there for that purpose. And so how can it be sustained? So, away from me, I'm into education. I just bring in the children. So youth and sports come in, and youth and sports can now say, okay, the swimmer, the competitive swimmer. I would be very, very happy, not for me, but for the children. And that's one of the reasons why I'm talking about competitive swimmers, because for me, I could just limit it to my children and come and do the clinic. But there are people who could benefit from that opportunity, and so I don't want it to pass.
They can call us on 07790000691. Is there any message you have for parents listening to you?
Yeah, many parents, even the parent of the child who got drowned, we tried to get him to get his daughter, and I could understand, to get his daughter to come and participate, because it was through that unfortunate situation something came out of.
Let you will come back to you and go to the line. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is from Ganta.
From Ganta. Yeah, thanks for joining us. We are listening to you.
Yeah, listening to what God is saying. I'm a competitive swimmer, but I cannot be part of the organization.
Okay, you're a competitive swimmer. Are you interested in forming part of the clinic, that is the training program, and then you can participate in the swimming competition if there is anyone?
You're breaking me, I'm not getting it there.
Yeah, okay. Listen to Miss White, and she will provide you with some information how you can contact the organizers of this program.
But that's been organized.
No, listen now. Just listen.
Do you want to participate in a clinic? Do you want to be a part of the clinic that's going to start on Monday?
Yeah, I want to be part of the training. I'm a competitive swimmer.
You're a competitive swimmer, yeah. So where do you currently swim? Where do you currently swim?
Good question.
She's asking you.
Yeah. Hello, are you hearing me now?
I hear you.
Yeah, she's asking you.
Hello.
Can you just move away from the monitor? Just move away from the radio. You seem as though you're near the radio. You don't need the radio to talk to us. Just move away from the radio, and then you listen to us, and we too will be able to listen to you. Just move away from the radio. She was asking you, how long have you been swimming, or where are you swimming? Is there any swimming competition or whatsoever in Nima County? Because I'm sure you are based in Nima.
I'm in Ghana, but I'm based in Nima.
You are based in Nima. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been swimming, and where do you usually swim?
I swim in a sea. I swim in a lake.
Okay.
How long?
How long have you been doing that?
I've done that for many years.
Many years. Have you taken part in any competition, like local swim competition?
It's my first time hearing that I have swimming program.
Yeah. So
how can we consider you as a competitive swimmer?
So a competitive swimmer will be someone who swims and they are part of a group. Maybe they compete.
Wow.
They compete, or like, how do you call it? They compete? What other word I should use?
Someone who take part in a competition, for example, in a race, you go against somebody in the race, you want to win the race.
Have you done that? Like,
have you been able to go into any competition?
I've not gone to any competition.
Let me just give him the other information. So the other information that
I don't go into competition before.
Okay. So the other thing is, so if you can find your way to Monrovia, and if you can find your way to Monrovia, and you are ready to pay for yes. The bare minimum fee for the competitive swimmer is $5 a day.
I'm not getting it.
The bare minimum fee for competitive swimmer is $5 a day. But you will be responsible for your own lodging when you come to town, your own feeding and everything, because you are out of town.
Okay. By the way, thanks for calling. Continue to listen to the program.
When I get ready, the money that's that number, I have a breakfast and
We'll call the number again. Before we end the program, we'll call the numbers. There you can copy the number, yeah? Okay, thanks for calling. Yeah, prior to the caller, we're talking about the competition, the message to the parents. Yeah,
so many parents are very afraid, and they think that because if some of the children, if the children are allowed to learn to swim, they might take the risk, to go and just try to venture. But one of the things that we're doing at this swim clinic this time is to talk about the dangers and everything involved and safety measures in swimming. And this is life. If we don't expose the children to certain things, they will still be exposed to it.
Yeah.
My mother never told me to go to the beach, but I went to the beach when I was small and I almost got drowned.
Okay.
Yeah, and it created a trauma. But if I knew how to swim, I would have known, when the tides were too high for me to actually go into the big sea.
Okay, Ms. White, just before we can go over to the teacher training program, is there anything else you would like to add concerning the swimming clinic?
I can re-emphasize the importance of the competitive swimmers coming to meet John and to meet Todd, because the opportunities that are there They are great, and it would be a shame if we don't have some Liberians benefiting from this. That's what I want to say about that. The children, please, parents who have already called in or other parents who are interested, please follow up so that you get your schedule for children who are still in school. Get your schedule in so you can know when it will be time for your children to participate in the clinics.
Okay, let us talk about the teacher training program.
Let me see. So I had to get like a little.
Yeah.
So the teacher training program, we also have a teacher training program running. We run C certificate program. So usually when people call me, you gotta tell me what you calling me for. If it's for swim, if it's for teacher, or if it's for students. So we have
a basic order.
Well, I'm glad that I'm able to participate in this way in my country. So we have the teacher training. We do C certificate for in-service and pre-service. Pre-service has been very slow. We haven't had a huge number of people registering for pre-service because the cost is high. And for in-service, we have a lot of other people registering for in-service. So we go to the entity and we train all of their teachers and we support them for a year.
Okay.
So that's what we do.
And how long have you been undertaking this program?
Since 2019. Yeah, since 2019. So this year we have partners in the States who are now raising money for pre-service for the teachers. So the money is just for teachers. So those who are interested in teacher training, pre-service teacher training, and also in our reading program, you can apply, and then we will look at those who have applied, and based on the need, we'll be able to offer to you some educational assistance, or to help you either do pre-service or do the reading program.
So since the commencement of this academic, how many schools have you been to in terms of in-service training?
In-service training, let me see. We have been to some of the schools, they are under like group of schools. So you have a school system. So one school system, we have about 26 schools. So we've been
public schools, are they also part of this?
I haven't. When I was working with